Hello everyone, Carson here back on Sudoku on New York Times. Today is April 18th, 2024. Let's start today's hard Sudoku. Okay, so I see these ones pointing left to force the digit 1 into this cell in block 7. And then this 2 points left, so that forces the digit 2 into row 8 in block 7, and these 2's force the digit 2 into one of these 2 cells in block 8. These 6's point right, and this cell also sees another 6. So in block 9, the digit 6 is forced into this cell. And after I place the 6, these 2 open cells in block 9 see 3 and 7 in the same row. So that leaves just 2 open cells that are available for both 3 and 7. Because 3 and 7 still need to go somewhere in block 9. Can't be in these 2 cells, so there are only 2 cells available for both 3 and 7, so this forms a 3-7 pair, eliminating all other digits from these 2 cells, which then makes the other 2 cells an 8-9 pair, but this cell sees 8, so we can actually place the 9 and 8 like this. Okay, these 2 cells form a 2-4 pair, but this cell sees 4, so 2 and 4 like this. These 4's force the digit 4 into one of these 2 cells in block 5, and these 4's force the digit 4 into one of these 2 cells in block 6. And you can kind of see this pattern, this rectangular or X pattern. So no matter if what am I saying? Sorry. No matter if 4 goes like this or like this, all open cells in rows 4 and 6 that are in block 4 see the digit 4 no matter what. Because like this or like that, these cells see them no matter what. So actually, the digit 4 is eliminated from these open cells, forcing the digit 4 into one of these 2 cells in block 4 that are both in row 5. Speaking of row 5, you could have also looked at row 5 directly and said that this cell sees 4, this cell sees 4, and this cell also sees another 4. So the 4 has to go in one of these 2 cells for this row, and also eliminates the 4 from all other open cells in the same block. This 4 points left to force the digit 4 into one of these 2 cells in block 7. They're both in row 7. Again, another one of these rectangular or X patterns, but actually I like to see it by the column. So these 2 cells we found out earlier cannot contain a 4, this cell also cannot contain a 4. So in column 1, this cell also sees another 4. So this is the only available cell for the digit 4 in this column. So it has to go here. Because no other cell in this column can contain a 4, and the digit 4 still needs to go somewhere in this column, so it is forced into this cell. Okay. In block 7, 2, 4, 5, and 8 are the digits that go into the open cells, but because of these 5's, none of these cells can contain a 5, so that forces the digit 5 into this cell. And then the 2 goes into this cell, leaving behind a 4-8 pair. This 5 points right. Actually, I just want to know the digits that go into these cells in block 8. So the 3 goes into one of these 3 cells, 5's into one of these 2 cells. The 7 into one of these two cells and 8 into one of these two cells, because up here, these two cells see the digit 8 from block 7. Okay, in column 1, the digits that go into the open cells are 2, 3, and 7, but these two cells see 7. So this is where 7 goes for this column, leaving behind a 2, 3 pair. This 2 points up to force the digit 2 into column 3 in block 1. Okay, so in row 5, the digits 1 and 8 point left. And of course, these two cells cannot contain 1 or 8 because of the 2, 3 pair, and it also sees them in the same column. So that leaves just 2 open cells that are available for both 1 and 8. So these two cells form a 1-8 pair because, as I said, these open cells cannot contain 1 or 8, and both of these digits still have to go somewhere in block 4. So only these two cells are available for both 1 and 8, forming an 1-8 pair. Forming a 1-8 pair. So yeah, which also makes these two cells a 4-6 pair. Now this 4-6 pair eliminates other digits from these two cells, and at the same time 4 and 6 can't go in other open cells in the same row. So that makes these 3 other open cells in the same row a 2, 3, 5 triple. This cell sees 3, and this cell sees 5. But we know that the digit 3 in row 5 has to go in block 6. Okay, this cell. I was just looking at column 4 and I found a single. This cell, it sees 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. So the only digit that this cell does not see is 8. So 8 has to go in the cell, because it literally cannot contain any other digits apart from 8. So 8 has to go in the cell. And then all of these 8s force the digit 8 into this cell in block 3. And after I place this 8, the digit 8 is forced into this cell in block 8. The digit 8 in block 5 is forced into one of these two cells. In row 1, 1, 2, 3, and 9 are the digits that go into the open cells. This cell sees 2, so it's 1, 3, and 9 only. These two cells see 3, and this cell sees 1. So this cell is 2 or 9 only, this cell is 1, 2, 9. And then this cell sees 1, so it's 2, 3, 9 only. The digit 6 in block 6 goes into one of these two cells, because this cell can't contain a 6, because it sees the 6 from the 4-6 pair in block 4. Okay, so in block 2, these two cells in row 1, C, 6 and 7. And then these open cells in column 6, C, 6 and 7 in the same column. So that leaves only 2 open cells left for both 6 and 7. So these two cells form a 6-7 pair, eliminating all other digits from these two cells. Which forces the digit 5 into column 6 in block 2, because these two cells now cannot contain 5 in these two cells, C5 in the same row. So the digit 5 in block 2 has to go in column 6, which points down and eliminates the digit 5 from this cell, making this a 3, this a 7, this a 3, this a 7, and this a 5. This 5 makes this a 2, this a 3, and a 5. Okay, so everything, not everything, but a lot of cells were filled in, because here and there collapsed like a chain. So yeah, like a chain, they collapsed. So, and also by marking down digits that are possible to go in certain cells, it helps place down the digits faster and in a more efficient way. Okay, so these 3s points up, and this cell also sees another 3. So in block 3, the digit 3 is forced into this cell, and then these 3s point left to force the digit 3 into this cell in block 1. After that, this cell sees 1, and this cell also sees another 1. So this is where the digit 1 goes in row 1. Okay, now in block 1, these two cells see 9 in column 3. So it is forced into column 2 in block 1. Alright, these 3 cells are for 2, 5, and 9. Oh, but now this cell sees 2. So this cell is forced to be a 9, which makes this a 2. There's now a 2-5 pair in column 3 in block 2, which makes these two cells a 4-9 pair. Now, this 3 points down, and also this 3, so the digit 3 in block 5 is forced into column 4. Actually, this cell sees a 7 now. So this is forced to be a 6, this is a 7. These two cells form a 3-5 pair, but this cell sees a 5, so 3 and 5 like this. These two cells form a 6-8 pair. These 3 open cells left in column 9 are for 6, 7, and 9. But these two cells see another 7, so the digit 7 is forced into this cell in this column, which makes this a 6, this a 9. The 6 points left completes column 5. This 8 makes this a 1, this an 8, this 4, this an 8. This 4 points up, completes row 5. These two cells form a 6-9 pair, but this cell sees 6, so 6 and 9 like this. These two cells are for 1 and 2. 3 open cells left in block 3 are for 1, 5, and 7. This cell sees 5. and this cell C7. Oh, but now this cell C7 as well. So this cell is forced to be a 1, and this is a 5, and then this is a 7. This 5 makes this a 2, this is 5, this is 2, this is 1. And it should be done at any time. Now this cell C is 1, so it goes here for this column. 4, 4, 9. Okay, it's done. Whoops. Okay, so I finished today's New York Times Hard Sudoku in about 15 minutes. Okay, so I think there were a few key spots. How the 4s were placed in row 5 in block 4. Either you just looked at row 5 directly, or you look at the placement of the digit 4 in blocks 5 and 6. So that forced the digit 4 into one of these two cells in block 4. And then later on, same thing happens with the 4s as well. 4s again. So that affected the placement of the 4 in block 1 or column 1. So yeah, that's one thing to note. Another spot I think was key is the 6-7 pair in block 2. The 6-7 pair in block 2 really helped, especially that the digit 5 is forced into column 6 afterwards. So yeah, the 6-7 pair really came in handy, and there were also lots of pairs and triples around the puzzle, especially in block 4. So if you managed to pay attention to all of those details, I think this puzzle would not be too difficult for you to solve. And even if you struggled in this puzzle, hopefully this video helped. Do leave your questions in the comments down below if any. So yeah, gonna end today's video here. Today is April 18th, 2024. I'll see you all in tomorrow's New York Times Hard Sudoku Solve. Bye!